Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is September 17th, 2019, and I'm bringing to you the first of four video ideas I have for today. It's been a long weekend, as my friends and wife and I went to New York City for the weekend and saw the 9/11 memorial, a very humbling experience, to say the least. We also went to the Giants and Bills game on Sunday. We went to see AAA Invades New York, pro wrestling event at Madison Square Garden in the Hulu Forum, or Hulu Theater, used to be called the Felt Forum. And we went to Times Square, and we just had a great time. So I'm back now, but I've got a couple ideas I want to catch up on, and so I'm going to be doing four videos. The first one I want to talk about was something that occurred to me during the football game. The Giants started out great. They scored on the first drive, then forced the Bills to punt, and then the Bills were able to shut the Giants down the next drive and score, tie it up 7-7. And then they had a 98-yard drive that made it 14-7, and before you knew it, it was 21-7 at half. The Giants had missed a field goal, and I guess it was like Rojas' first miss in 2 years or something like that. But the fans in an NFL stadium, if your team is losing, just need to leave the game early. What's up with that? I don't understand. I've been to Bills games several times where the Bills were not going to win the game, but you pay for an experience, and the experience not necessarily is, yeah, you want to see your team win, but you're wasting your money when you get up at halftime. We had one very bitter Giants fan get up at halftime and walk out and turn around to other Giants fans and say, "Have fun wasting your time, fellas." That's his right. It's his ticket. He can do what he wants, but I just personally don't understand it. My take on the whole situation is if you're going to a game, stick it out. 21-7 at half. Was that the score? I'm not sure if that was. Let me find out for sure if that was the score or not. Let's see. Scores. Sorry, I'm not prepared. Okay, Buffalo, New York. Okay, yeah, it was 21-7 halftime. That's not in the realm of over. Last week the Jets led the Bills 16-8, deep in the third, or 16-0, I should say, deep in the third quarter before the Bills made their comeback and got the win. The Bills have also been on the other ends of comebacks against the Colts in '97, of course the great one against the Oilers in the 1992 AFC Divisional Playoff. Plus, what about what Eli Manning has done in the past, being able to get Giants back in the game? The Giants have major problems, and that is understandable. They don't have any real receivers. They keep going away from the running game, which Saquon Barkley was started out on fire and had over 100 yards, and yet they're going to the pass. They can't block for Eli Manning. The defense is not covering. They're not tackling. They're getting fully blown off the line of scrimmage by the running game. But anything can happen on any given Sunday. In fact, the greatest fourth quarter comeback in NFL history is 26 points by the St. Louis Cardinals against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when both teams were horrible in 1987. And of course, the greatest comeback in NFL history is 32 points by the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Divisional Playoff against the Houston Oilers. So I don't understand the need to leave at halftime. Okay, it's one thing in the fourth quarter, there's 2 minutes left, the Giants are out of timeouts and they have to punt the ball, or they fail on fourth down. Okay. But are you really beating traffic at that point? You're not. In fact, so many people left that stadium that when it was our turn to get up and leave, there was no congestion. We got right to our car that was waiting to take us to Madison Square Garden. It was just after 4 o'clock. We got to Madison Square Garden at 5:45, which was plenty of time to get to our seats and see the opening bell of AAA Invades New York. About an hour and a half to get from MetLife to Madison Square Garden, which is unbelievable considering how close they are. But I'm not from New York City. I'm from upstate New York. So anyway, but that's my take on the NFL fans. And it's not just New York Giants fans. But every fan base, when the team is losing, they give up on the team. And that's one thing I got to say about Buffalo Bills fans. Every game I've ever been to, maybe it hasn't been a sellout, but it's been damn close. And people stay no matter what the weather is. So Buffalo Bills fans may put themselves through flaming tables, but they are a loyal fan base. So stay tuned for the next Vinny's Take, as today I'm going to discuss other things like recording on your cell phone during live events, week 2, and of course the big breaking news about the quarterback situation in the NFL. So until you watch that next video, I'm Vinny Vincent. God bless America.